Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm Yusuf Musa Oba. Today we'll be focusing on external works and fence, so stick around to discover how to take off for any type of fence with just a single click. That's all.
Let's get started. There's our PlanSwift. This is our plan that we are going to use for today's tutorial. You notice on the plan we have road, we have green areas, and we have plants. So in our today's tutorial, let's check. We are going to work on external works. So under our external works, we have road and we have fence. So this is our fence details. We have piers, and let's check the total height. The total height is 2.1, and the normal length is 1.5 and 150 for the piers. No, 2.1 for the piers. This is the spacing, 2.5, and the piers is 450 by 450. This is our fence and gate. We have, so let's go back to the site plan. Let's start road takeoff. Click. You have to scale the page before you start any takeoff. So let's check and scale. The dimensions are not clear, but let's see if we can find something to, okay. That's, I think this dimension. Let's use this dimension and scale the plan. 3.48. Click OK. I've scaled our drawing. There are another dimensions, but this one is okay. We can now start our takeoff for the road. When you click OK. Go to zoom and follow the edges carefully. We're almost done. Here's the gatehouse. We are going to put the gatehouse. Click stop. So these are our road surface. And here we have interlocks along this side as walkways, footways, and we have green areas here. When we click stop, go back to our takeoff summary. You see that we have sub items here. So this is fill into sub base for the road and also fill into surface of the road. So fill into sub base now for this, let's assume a thickness of 200, which is, let's assume a thickness of 0.25. Click OK. Go back. So for your concrete wearing, so if there's any concrete work in your CAD plan, you can also click and take off for that area where you have your concrete. So for example, let's assume this area to be concrete work. So you click, you just pick two parts. So you are not going to click again from the template. You are going to click under your sub items that you measured under your takeoff summary. I think let's just leave this area to be the concrete wearing course only, or it is interlocks just for demonstration purpose. So here is our quantity. We'll double click, input thickness. You can see now you have your quantity in cubic meter. Like you can change the thickness. So this is our BRC, which is the floor area, as you can see, 44.78. Is 44.78, and this is the cubic meter. So here is our curves in linear meter. So let's assume this area, this parking area, we have curves at this point. Click, 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 this point 2, this point 2. This is just for demonstration purpose. So wherever your curves are in your plans, you can locate them and measure. Let's assume we have some curves here. This point 2, and also some curves at this point. We have to deduct this area from the road area. Top. So we want to deduct, click, subtract from section. Click. Now you can see our quantity has changed, and it will reflect automatic to all the sub items listed. So this is also our green area. The same way, just click under the sub item from the takeoff. This is a green area. This is another green area. This is another green area. We have a lot of green areas. This is another green area. We have a lot of green areas, but we're not going to measure all to save our time. So that's how you measure all the green areas. This is another green area. And click on stop. So the next one is interlocks. So these are interlocking area. So click, just take few to this point. This is how you measure your interlocks. So this area 2 is interlocks. This area 2 is interlocks. So that's how you are going to measure it. So I'm not going to measure all due to time. You can do that on your own. Click stop. So our next item now is plant. We have a lot of plants. So you now click on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is how you measure your plants. You have some here, and here. But if you notice, yeah, this and this are two different type of plants, so you are going to separate them. And click stop in your bill of quantity preparation. So that's all for external works. So the next thing now that we are going to measure is the fence. So for the fence, click. Here is the width. You specify the depth of excavation. Let's check from our plan if the depth is given. It is not given, but we can scale and check. Scale 2.1. Okay. Check your depths. 0.95. Our depth of excavation. Click and go back to your plan. Click. So this is the width to be 0.7. You can change it to 0.69. So the depth now is 0.95. Column / pair spacing. So you know it is 2.5. So put 2.5. Click OK. You can still go and confirm the pair spacing. Click continue at this point. And click stop. So go back to your takeoff summary and you see all the sub items under fence. You have backfilling, you have disposal measured automatic, you have leveling and compacting, we have blinding in trenches, and we have concrete footing, we have earthwork support, then block work is 0 and piers is 0, and we have coping, and we have wall in piers, wall finishing for piers and walls, and we have pitch excavation to column base, and we have concrete in columns. So now this backfilling, disposal, all these other items are measured automatic. So for block work now, we have to specify the block height. You double click, you check, it's showing you to put the wall height. So click OK. Let's go back to our details and check the wall height. So at this point, our wall starts from here, which is 1.5 plus this 1.5 plus this at this point. Block work is 2.3. Actually, go back to your takeoff summary, go to block work, it's at 2.32. Click OK. So this is your block work. So now for the piers now, let's check the height from ground level to the top. So the piers now is 2.7. Click. So you click, you specify the length and the width, which is 0.45, and the width too to be 0.45. And the piers height to be 2.70. You click OK. This is our quantity for our piers. And the wall finishing, this is the quantity for wall finishing. So the next item now is pitch excavation to column bases. So pitch excavation to column bases now. You click. So this is the total number of columns / piers in this building, 146. It's captured from our initial input. So for our pit excavation, let's assume 1.2 by 1.2. The depth is 0.95. Now click OK. This is our quantity for pit excavation. And concrete in column base, we specify the thickness, okay, 150. But you can see it here, it is 150. 150. Click OK. Let me dimension. So this is it, 150. We have our concrete to be 150. Blinding is measured automatic, and the formwork too. So the next thing now is the reinforcement for the base. We are going to use Y12 for this. But in your design, if you have the details, you can specify, and the spacing to be 0.2. You can see the total number too is also captured here. The vertical to be 0.9 by 2 side. Deduct cover, bar of cover 2, and click OK. So this is now your reinforcement in kg. So the next item now is the column, concrete in column. So for this, we only have piers. Here. But if in a case whereby inside the piers you still have concrete work, you can put, but if you don't have concrete, you can leave it that way. So for this now, let's just measure the concrete in column in case, so that you know how to specify the width and the thickness, because the height is already captured in our previous input. Click OK. So these are concrete work, these are form work. So now for the reinforcement. So we measured all this, the piers, the columns, and other stuff. So in a case whereby you only have piers, like for example, in this we only have piers, we don't have columns. So when you take off, you just choose the items that you need. So assuming, since I only have piers here, so there's no need for me to put in figures for the concrete in column and the pit excavation column basis and the rest. So all I need is just my details for the piers and the rest. So I'm just measuring this so that in case your plan came with only the wall and columns without piers, so you should be able to measure it. So click reinforcement. Let's still use Y12 since it is just a fence. Number of straight bars to be 2, the bend 0.3, and click OK. Then for the stirrups, let's use Y10, kg, the spacing 0.15, the cover 0.1, which is 0.05 times 2, and the hooks 0.12, and click OK. So this is all for your fence and road for external works. Click, go back to our plan. Okay. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching.